And hello, everybody. Hello, hello. How are you doing this evening? How are you doing this evening? That's right. You read it correctly. It's going to be a Rumble only night. I'm not going to even deal with the craziness and trying to get flagged and other things because we got to talk about what's going on when it comes to the GOP and how we are actually giving liberal talking points. Let me share this to um, Facebook as well. But everybody keeps giving this argument that Ron DeSantis is going to unite the country. Ron DeSantis, the people are going to love him, and he's going to beat Joe Biden. Like, the people in the news and Democrats aren't going to come after him like they did Donald Trump, but worse. We also going to talk about Fox News too. Instead of hags on the View, it should be Fox News. Because what we found out today is that Fox News is going trans. That's right. Fox News has a transition policy there that they have been implementing that Tucker Carlson was against. You remember when they did the Dylan Mulvaney beer and Tucker and everybody was calling him a man, which he is? Fox News didn't like that. And part of the reason Tucker got fired was because of that as well. He refused to call him a her. And a lot of people didn't like that. Oh, yes. And Steve Crowder got the receipts on that. So, we're going to talk about that tonight. So, yes, we're not going to be over here long, guys. We're not going to be over here, like I said, 10 minutes at the most. We'll probably be 10 minutes and we're gone. I'm trying to share the links to it so you guys will be able to come from Rumble and come over here because Fox News is trying to be CNN what they used to be. They really don't care about the conservative audience. They look at the conservative audience, hey, they gonna be dead soon anyway, it don't matter. That's what they're banking on. Remember when Joe Biden said something about Fox News and everybody was like, nah, no, they didn't. And Fox News really didn't respond back to it. Remember when Joe Biden said that the people on Fox had the Fauci ouchie? Y'all remember that? Remember when they was like, hey, the people on Fox News, even they got it. And people was like, that's not true. That, we was like, no, that can't be. That's not true. Come to find out, that's some things that may be true. That may be true. They did force their people to get it. And with Tucker Carlson calling the Fauci ouchie out, that was a problem. But I'm going to at least do, like I said, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm at least going to do this one thing right here. Florida, the great state of Florida, Still talking from last night. Well, there's a lot of pride parades are not happening this year in Florida. When they signed that bill into law about exposing children to sexual exploitation, sexual and graphic content, sexual content, you will be held responsible, you will be locked up, you will be immediately put away. All these pride events start shutting down. They stopped. What is it about kids that you got to perform in front of children? What is it, gay L community, that you have to perform in front of children? What is it that infatuates you that you have to perform in front of children? Why must you perform in front of most children? So before we go to full rumble, because we are going to rumble, look at this right here.
This is 10 Tampa Bay This Weekend. I'm Miranda Parnell. The group is calling the state, quote, openly hostile to African Americans, people of color, and the LGBTQ plus community. And this all comes as we're getting a look at a local pride event forced to make changes due to new legislation. Now tonight, Pinellas Park held its third annual Pride at the Village Festival just days after Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill banning children from attending shows that are considered live adult entertainment, a move critics say targets drag shows. 10 Tampa Bay's Miguel Octavio explains what's behind this new law and how organizers of tonight's event had to pivot last minute.
From the outside,
I'm thrilled to be here.
Pride at the Village is going on as planned. But this year, no minors are allowed past this tent, leaving some families
Absolute disdain and scorn and disappointment.
inside this tent. Drag performers are giving a show, but the only people applauding inside are adults.
Drag is not a crime. I am a huge supporter of drag. I'm a mother. There is nothing wrong with this.
John Gasket
Oh, it's devastating.
organized this festival. He made the change days ago when the governor signed a new law that took effect immediately. The Protection of Children Act bans minors from watching, quote, adult live performances.
You have an obligation to make sure that these young kids are not permitted in the premises.
Governor Ron DeSantis and lawmakers feel it's about keeping kids away from sexually explicit and lewd performances. But local...
You know, hearing somebody say the comment, I'm a mother, I'm a parent, and if I want to expose my child to this is fair. I have the right. How many people criticize family members for having them shoot guns? Huh? See, yes, just because you are a parent don't mean you're not capable of brainwashing your child. What is it about children you got to have around? You got to push this. And you know what? I'm so glad Ron DeSantis did this. I'm so glad he did.
They're hypocritical at best with some of the content
Jump around like a bunch of Kansas City faggots
that children are exposed to.
But she says the show must go on.
It may look a little bit different, but we lived through COVID. We're going to live through this.
Other man. Choo-choo! Last train to Baggersville, leaving in 5 minutes. Leaving in 5 minutes for that chocolate tonner hole.
Argue the new laws hold more weight for Pride this year.
It is culture, it is performance, and it's beautiful. And I would love for my kids to get to see these amazing performers do what they do.
You take your gun and you shoot him. You shoot him so that he looks like grated cheese.
Pinellas Park, Miguel Octavio, 10 Tampa Bay.
Now, the upcoming Pride Parade in St. Pete, which is the largest in Florida, is still going on as planned next month. Organizers say they are in close contact with the city to ensure they are complying with the law.
He didn't say you couldn't have it. He said you can't have children. And you can bet there are going to be some undercover officers out there as well. And you need police officers walking through there. Not allies, not people who support them, but you need officers who are going to walk through there, and if they see something, they're going to say something. Now, of course, like he said, they're banning the NAACP put a travel advisory to go to Florida. Has the NAACP forgot? Really? Do they actually want us there in Florida after spring break? You remember what happened in Florida on spring break? Y'all remember this?
A state of emergency declared in Miami Beach after a weekend of spring break chaos.
A curfew implemented just expired minutes ago, but there may be another one put in place this upcoming weekend. Let's go to Local 10's Joseph Ojo, live in Miami Beach this morning with more videos showing the wild behavior. Joseph.
See,
city leaders here on Miami Beach are certainly
the NAACP ain't talking about this, what happened during spring break.
Two deadly shootings that did.
Oh no, they're not talking about that.
As spring breakers from all over descend upon Miami Beach to enjoy the beaches and the party scene, this past week,
they're not talking about the fights and the shootings.
Murdered in less than 72 hours on the streets of South Beach.
Every noise that's going on, we scared. It's very unsafe down here.
Miami Beach police are investigating two shootings, calling them isolated incidents. In both cases, arrests have been made.
Last night there were some gunshots and there were a lot of groups of people just running.
Surveillance video shows the moments leading up to the shooting death of a man early Sunday morning. We stopped the graphic video as the trigger is pulled. Friday, people ran for safety after a person was shot and killed on Ocean Drive. Police from multiple local agencies can be seen on the beach, and Mayor Dan Gelber says the crowds are tough to control because in addition to shootings, there are fights and unruly crowds. Rafael Sanchez, visiting from Philadelphia, was driving this car when a crowd swarmed him and trampled on his car. Police steps away from the chaos happening near Collins and 8th.
Quite frankly, I'm pretty pissed off.
Mitch Novick owns the Sherbrooke Hotel. He has been on the beach since 1989 and says this year has been one of the worst.
They need to shut it all off and take the party off the streets.
The shootings have now prompted the city of Miami Beach to declare a state of emergency, implementing a midnight curfew.
We don't ask for spring break in our city. We don't want spring break in our city. It's too rowdy, brings too much disorder, and it's simply too difficult to police.
And right now you're taking a look at 24-year-old Dontavius Polk of Fort Lauderdale, who were police arrested for Sunday shooting. Police have also taken a number of guns off the street throughout this spring break, and city leaders do plan at some time to meet to see if this curfew will be extended into next weekend.
That was spring break. That was spring break. I just wanted to make sure after playing certain videos, all that streamed in. Yeah. NAACP, you ain't talking about the violence and the crime that those young black folk brought. Now you saying don't come. People don't want them coming down there. So don't. You think Chicago's not going to be a shootout for Memorial Day? Oh my God. But that's a shame. I'm going to say this. Some of y'all may get mad. Some of y'all may get mad when I say this. It's a shame. Every time you have a 3-day weekend, black folk, all we do is want to shoot each other, shoot up the city, cause violence, cause vandalism, and cause crime. No other race is like that. And as someone black, that's a shame. That is a direct shame that the community is like that. The community is like that and celebrate it. That's the black community, the state of the black community. The thugs, the hoodlums, the pimps, the gangbangers are what we have normalized. Ron DeSantis has done great things, but it's still scary because of this. Why are so many people acting as if, thank you Z Chris for the super chat, on Rumble? If you are on Facebook, if you are on YouTube, please go over to Rumble. Rumble phone lines are now open. That's right. Go over to Rumble, everybody. It's time to come over to Rumble. And also, Rumble phone lines are open. You must stick to the topic. This may be a new thing I do on Tuesdays. You must stick to the topic. But everyone, please, go over to Rumble. I want to thank Mind of Jamal, Facebook, Mind of Jamal, YouTube. I want to thank all you for coming out tonight. Please follow the link and come over. God bless you all, and good night.